amid tensions between Ukraine and Russia, Indian government has planned more flights to repatriate Indians from Ukraine. Air India will operate 3 flights between India and Ukraine on 22nd of Feb, 24th and 26th of February as well. Booking is open through Air India booking offices, the website, call center and authorized travel agents. The United States and Russia squared off at the United Nations in a Security Council session on Ukraine, while on one hand, U.S. Secretary of State described the range of false flag attacks that Moscow might use to invade. The Russian ambassador, however, denied of any troops being deployed, countering U.S.'s claims that Russia intended targets included Kyiv. Russia insisted it had no plans to invade, but has long considered Ukraine its sphere of influence and NATO's eastward expansion an existential threat.
A pretext for its attack. This could be a violent event that Russia will blame on Ukraine, or an outrageous accusation that Russia will level against the Ukrainian government. We don't know exactly the form it will take. It could be a fabricated so-called terrorist bombing inside Russia, the invented discovery of a mass grave, a staged drone strike against civilians, or a fake, even a real, attack using chemical weapons. Russia may describe this event as ethnic cleansing or a genocide, making a mockery of a concept that we in this chamber do not take lightly.
Мы готовы к диалогу. Повторяю, к серьезному диалогу, а не к имитации диалога.
I reiterate that in the event of Russia opting for escalation, Ukraine will defend itself. We welcome all diplomatic and other efforts taken at different levels to prevent the worst-case scenario. We are grateful for support and solidarity with Ukraine so explicitly demonstrated worldwide. We reiterate the need to further explore all political means to ensure the escalation.
Meanwhile, the world remains divided over the supposed looming war as U.S. President Joe Biden again warned that Russia could still invade Ukraine. Russia remains stern. It does not want war. Remember, Russia has made claims of troop pullout from several locations, but this hasn't eased up tensions as yet. Russian government expelled the second highest ranking American official from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. Meanwhile, batting for constructive diplomacy is the need of the hour. India stressed on the steps that must be taken to ease the tensions. India's permanent representative to UN, T.S. Tirumurti, said that India's interest is in finding a solution that can help immediate de-escalation, calling for the well-being of Indian nationals a priority as well.
It is our considered view that the issue can only be resolved through diplomatic dialogue. India's interest is in finding a solution that can provide for immediate de-escalation of tensions, taking into account the legitimate security interests of all countries and aim towards securing long-term peace and stability in the region and beyond. More than 20,000 Indian students and nationals live and study in different parts of Ukraine, including in its border areas. The well-being of Indian nationals is of priority to us.
What we know here is that the Russian ambassador charged the affairs to India has made it very clear that it's the positioning of troops is because of the problems that America has created and the fact that American missiles which are nuclear-tipped missiles or nuclear-capable missiles are very close to Russia. That's a point that has been made, but the important thing is to sort out the problem. And now there are people who are at work on this. We know that the French president is involved, the German chancellor is involved, both sides are talking. And it's also important to note what India has said. India has said there has to be talks, there has to be a peaceful solution, there has to be efforts to find a solution through the Normandy format.